Okay, we are here and we are live in the PJNet bunker. I am off tomorrow and I intend to make some improvements on the PJNet bunker, man cave. That's not what I wanted to talk about tonight, but I will. First of all, thank you all for being here tonight and sharing this time of worship with each other and together. I enjoyed the fellowship. I really needed that song that was played earlier because I have been strung tight as a banjo all day. Here's why. I set up a personal app for the Mrs. PJNet account and was dispatching tweets as we do with our new found capability. I also set up a personal app for the PJNet team account and was dispatching tweets as we do here. Okay. Well, I was noticing the tweets didn't appear. And I went to the apps.twitter.com page and it's got this big red thing, restricted from write operations. Well, what that means is the app cannot post any tweets to Twitter. It means it can read profiles, it can read anything, but it can't write anything. So, all three accounts were handled this way. So effectively, I'm in the penalty box. I'm in timeout. So I circled up the wagons with our team of Twitter collaborators, many of which are here right now. And at first it was believed that because I had used the same telephone number to register one of the accounts with Twitter, that perhaps was it. But that does not explain why they restricted the Mrs. PJNet account, which uses my wife's cell phone number. Well, I started digging around in the Twitter rules, and I will share with you what they say and some of my concerns about it. And this rule is under the section that pertains to automation. In other words, this is in the context of a Twitter app, not your personal tweet, or excuse me, not necessarily your Twitter personal tweeting interactively. It may or may not. That would be covered elsewhere. All right. Under the paragraph spamming, listen carefully to the words they have purposefully chosen. Multiple posts / accounts. So we're not talking about just multiple posts. We're talking about multiple accounts. Start there. It gets worse, folks. Listen carefully. I'm quoting here. I'll read the entire thing, then we'll go back through and break it down piece by piece. You may not post duplicative or substantially similar tweets on one account or over multiple accounts you operate. I just heard the doorbell ring. Who's here with us? Hey, Dan. Okay. Let's break this down. You may not post duplicative. It didn't say duplicate content. It said duplicative. Okay. Then it says, or substantially similar. Now let's call timeout right there and discuss and let's pontificate a little on what substantially similar might mean. Well, let's see. You got a tweet that says hello world and you got a PJNet hashtag and a 2A hashtag and a picture. So you post that, and then next time around, you reverse the order of the PJNet and 2A hashtags. It is no longer a duplicate tweet, but it is duplicative, and it is substantially similar now, isn't it? So, no game in the system, folks, by just changing a few words here and there, putting a period at the end or a timestamp at the end or a serial number at the end that's unique. The intent here is that the tweets should not be substantially similar or duplicative as opposed to duplicate. Okay, no problem. We'll just get more tweets. We'll work around. We'll get there. Just tell me what the rules are, and we will abide by them. But here's my question, and I am not a paranoid person. I am not a conspiracy theorist, but I would like to raise the question in its broadest interpretation. Is it not true that each of the 50 featured tweets are, well, substantially similar, aren't they? That's why it's a hashtag rally about Renew US or the Second Amendment or Unborn Lives Matter. So in that sense, they're all substantially similar. Scary thought, huh? All right, well, that'll keep me awake at night. I don't know about you. And reading on, it says, on one account, or over multiple accounts that you operate. Now, Twitter allows you to have multiple accounts. That's not the issue here. They're implicitly saying it. But you can't use automation to tweet the same stuff. If just by using 3 different accounts tweeting the same stuff, that is still duplicative, isn't it, according to Twitter? So how did Twitter figure out that I control all 3 of those accounts? Think about that a minute. Could it be because they put cookies on my computer and I take the same browser, I log out of my I do data genesis, schedule the tweets, log out of data genesis, log in to Mrs. PJNet, schedule the tweets, log out of Mrs. PJNet, log into PJNet team, schedule the tweets, log out. Well, gee, I did all that from not only the same computer, I did it from the same browser. Those of you that have even remotely heard of cookies, it's not hard for Twitter to figure out, oh, that's the same guy or girl. You say, oh, I'm going to beat that. I know what to do. We'll use Firefox for one account, we'll use Chrome for the other, and we'll use Internet Explorer for the third one, and the cookies don't talk to each other across browsers. Well, you can try that, but you're still coming from the same IP address, and Twitter knows it. Not only do they know that, let me give you a scary thought. They watch YouTube. Well, Twitter, if you're listening or watching, it is my intent, not only personally, but to lead this team to be in full compliance with the rules. We're just trying to figure out what they are. Okay? We're going to win, but we're going to win by the book. We're guests at the Twitter dinner table. All right. Where was I? They have got to be really, well, they're just very strict on this. And so now all 3 of my accounts can't post anything on Twitter. So I immediately contacted some people to give them a heads up as quickly as I could and told them to post haste, delete any and all scheduled tweets and or retweets from the subsequent accounts, leaving their main account tweets online. Okay. So we got that, had to kind of stop the bleeding. Okay. Then I sent an appeal to Twitter. I actually posted that appeal in the chat room. It's rather wordy, and it's not paragraphed and all that, but you can read it. But basically, here's what I did. On the PJNet team and Mrs. PJNet accounts, I deleted the app from those 2 accounts. So that's step 1. Then I sent an appeal to Twitter telling them that, 1, that my transgression most likely fell into the category of duplicative or, from multiple accounts, and that I did control the other accounts. I told them I deleted the apps from the other 2 and have no intention of recreating them until and unless I can be sure that those accounts do not tweet substantially similar or duplicative content. And then said, gee, that leaves my main account. This one, would you please reinstate Data Genesis? Folks, I sent submit, and within 15 minutes they had reinstated it. So that's the good news. On the conspiracy theory front, if you have heard, or if you yourself believe, that Twitter is out to crush conservatives in general, or PJNet in specific, well, they knew that email, my email address registered with Twitter, is at patriotjournalist.com. One of the 4 things that you tell Twitter when you create the app is the website for the app. Oh, by the way, I just had basically a blank page, but I have changed that to patriotjournalist.com/personalapp.php. That's the website you submit in your application to create a Twitter app. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. That page basically just said personalapp.php. That's all it said. Well, before I did my appeal, they asked for that website again, and I hastily put together a very nice piece of propaganda. And it may not be that great when you read it, but I thought it was darn good, especially for being done so hastily. It's certainly not pretty, but read that at your convenience and see what you think, and feel free to weigh in and let me know. So all is back to normal again. But please be advised, if you have multiple accounts, until further notice, do not register those other accounts with an app. If you have already done so, please do not use those other accounts to schedule tweets or retweets until we can get a handle on this, okay? That's all. It's been quite a day here, and here's what I intend to do tomorrow. I am off tomorrow. One, I intend to get some rest, and I will. I intend to just relax and try to wind down. I have purchased, I did some work for a hotel. A new owner came in and he wanted some work done on his phone system, and I was able to do that, and he paid me in cash. And I took that cash to the Home Depot today and bought one of those motion sensor lights, floodlight type things. It's an LED. I've got my electrician coming in tomorrow because the fuse panel, when it rains, water comes into the fuse panel and drips down the wire and wets the floor and starts crackling and sizzling and popping. So that's not a good idea. So we're going to try to remedy that. But while he's here, I am going to have him help me install, or I will help him install more likely, the little light outside. Because when I walk from the man cave back to the house, it is pitch black out there. I could step on a snake and I would never know. Well, I would know after I stepped on it. So, and hopefully, maybe with some luck, I'm going to get some lumberjacking done as well for just exercise and to kind of make the place look a little better. And with some luck, folks, I will take this background back here and it will look, I've got the doors right just out of view over here, and maybe we'll dress the place up a little bit. Don't have any money, but that doesn't cost anything. Put the doors back on. I may even, who knows? My sound system is on the fritz. It quit working altogether last night. Oddly, it's working now, but for how long, I don't know. So I think this was purchased in 2001. It's a 2.1 surround sound, so to speak, booming. So I may wind up buying a new one of those because this one's apparently a time bomb. That's about it. Folks, it is great being with such a dedicated team, a team that supports you in times of trouble. You really find out who your friends are in times like this, and I'm just grateful that God has led all of us together. We're going to have to proceed with caution and due diligence and just find our way. We want to win, but we do want to win in compliance with the rules. So with that, enjoy leave the bumper up there for a little while. I worked hard on this thing. I'm going to probably do some work on things like that too with some luck tomorrow. And we'll get going again. Thank you all so much again. You're wonderful.